Welcome back to Grammar Grade 6. This is Unit 1, Lesson 3. So far, we've been looking at whole sentences and the jobs they do. Today, we crack a sentence open to see what's inside. It turns out every sentence has two teams working together, a subject part and a predicate part. And each of those parts comes in two sizes, a complete one and a simple one. Let's take a look. Here's the big idea. Every sentence splits into two parts. Take this one. My little brother lost his soccer cleats. The first part, my little brother, is the subject part. The second part, lost his soccer cleats, is the predicate part. Subject part, then predicate part. Almost every sentence you'll ever read is built exactly like this. Two parts snap together. So what does each part actually do? The subject names whom or what the sentence is about. In our example, it's about my little brother, so that's the subject. The predicate tells what the subject does, what it has, or what it's like. My brother lost something, so lost his soccer cleats is the predicate. An easy way to remember it, the subject answers who or what, and then the predicate tells you what about them. Now let's give these parts their real names. When we mean every single word in the subject part, we call it the complete subject. Look here. Our loud new puppy chewed a hole in the couch. The complete subject is all four words, our loud new puppy. And the complete predicate is every word in the other part, chewed a hole in the couch. So complete just means the whole side, from the very first word to the very last. Inside each side, there's one word doing the heavy lifting. That word is the simple part. Inside our complete subject, our loud new puppy, the simple subject is the main noun, puppy. That's the one word everything else is describing. And inside the complete predicate, the simple predicate is the main verb. And here's a fact worth memorizing. The simple predicate is always a verb, an action word or a being word. Here that verb is chewed. Puppy, chewed. Those two words are the bare bones of the whole sentence. So how do you actually find the simple subject and simple predicate? Two quick moves. First, in the subject part, drop the little word the and any describing words until you're down to the one main noun underneath. That noun is your simple subject. Second, in the predicate part, find the verb, the word that shows the action or the being. That verb is your simple predicate. Main noun plus its verb, and you've got the core of the sentence. Let's work one all the way through. The two hungry kittens napped by the heater. First, split it into the two parts. The subject part is the two hungry kittens. The predicate part is napped by the heater. Now strip the subject down. Drop the, drop to, drop hungry, since those only count them or describe them. And you're left with kittens, the one main noun. That's the simple subject. Now the predicate. What did the kittens do? They napped. Napped is the verb, so it's the simple predicate. Simple subject, kittens. Simple predicate, napped. Let's boil it down into a quick check you can run on any sentence. First, ask, what is the one main noun this sentence is about? That's your simple subject. Second, ask, what verb goes with it? What does that noun do, or what is it? That's your simple predicate. And never forget the rule that makes it easy. The simple predicate is always a verb. Find the main noun, find its verb, and you've found the heart of any sentence. Let's try a few together. In this first set, find the simple subject. Strip away the little words and the describing words and pick the one main noun the sentence is really about. Pause the video and try each one yourself before I give the answer. The shiny red bicycle leaned against the fence. Strip away the, shiny, and red, since those just describe it. The one main noun the sentence is about is the bicycle. Fence sits over in the predicate. So the answer is bicycle. My best friend baked cookies for the whole class. The words my and best just describe, so strip them away. The one main noun is friend, the person the sentence is about. Cookies and class are both over in the predicate, so the answer is friend. 3 enormous planets glowed in the night sky. The word 3 counts them, and enormous describes them, so strip both away. The one main noun is planets, the thing the sentence is really about. So the answer is planets. Now find the simple predicate. Remember the rule. The simple predicate is always a verb, the action word that tells what the subject does or is. Pause and try each one before I answer. Our science teacher explained the whole experiment. The teacher is the subject, the doer. We want the action word. What did the teacher do? She explained. Explained is the verb, so it's the simple predicate. So the answer is explained. A huge wave crashed onto the sandy beach. The wave is the subject. What did it do? It crashed. Crashed is the action verb, so it's the simple predicate. So the answer is crashed. 2 goalies guarded the net during the game. The goalies are the subject. What did they do? They guarded. Guarded is the action verb, so it's the simple predicate. So the answer is guarded. Let's wrap up what we learned. Every sentence splits into 2 parts, a subject part and a predicate part. The subject names whom or what, and the predicate tells what it does, has, or is like. When you mean all the words on a side, that's the complete subject or complete predicate. When you mean just the one main word, that's the simple subject, which is the main noun, and the simple predicate, which is always a verb. To find them, strip the subject down to its main noun, then find the verb. Main noun, its verb, the bare bones of every sentence. Next time, we'll see what happens when a sentence has more than one subject or more than one verb. Great work today.